Hello and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine, and this is going to be the May reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And be sure to check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus to get additional messages. Also keep in mind that these readings are general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you'd like a personal reading, all the information is below. Please check out the Saturday satsang video that's up. That I posted what the Spirit suggested be the next topic for this upcoming Saturday, April 28th. So if you see anything in there that might resonate with you, or that you would like to ask a question to be appeared on the show, I call it a show, what satsang, whatever it is, leave it in the comment section of that video, and I will include it in Saturday's satsang. And again, it's going to come in the form of advice. It's not like I'm not going to do a tarot thing to answer your question. It's based on, my knowledge of whatever the subject matter is that we're going to be discussing. I think it's lessons learned and embracing change. So again, check out that video. And is there anything else? What do I need to say? Oh, and don't mind my little hamster. Handsome. Little Handsom's running around in his wheel. It's his time to, because they're nocturnal. So that's that little ticking noise. Hopefully it's not too much of a distraction for you. What we have here is what you're going to be dealing with for the month of May. Spirit's advice in regards to it, why it's happening, what your thoughts and feelings are in regards to it, what challenge or obstacle or what do you need to be aware of that can kind of help you through this, what is the higher message involved, and what is Spirit's advice, and then we'll clarify what the abilities if I feel there needs to be. Also keep in mind that when I'm describing something, I could be saying you are doing this or feeling this way, but it could also be the person that you're dealing with, especially if you're dealing with twin flames, soulmates, and plus this is a general reading. I don't have, his, masculines and feminine sides. This is just, again, apply it as if and as it fits. Just reverse the genders or the who I'm discussing. And again, this could be something that you're initiating or something that's being presented to you and you're having to deal with or trying to figure out how to deal with. Now, let me read this first before I get into this here. Spirit's advice in regards to this is building blocks. So I will read building blocks, and then I will go into what do we need to view as building blocks in this situation. Number 28. Building blocks, strong, essential meanings, strong foundations, a beautiful work in progress. The Oracle's message, you have everything you need to cultivate an extraordinary life. This is a time when your focus needs to be on the foundations you build upon. Your work, your relationships, and your very being are underwritten by your values, ethics, morals, and core beliefs. Are they still true for you? Will they stand the test of time and serve as the solid grounding upon which you construct your life? Now you are making changes that will affect everything in a positive way. Your destiny is truly a remarkable and beautiful design. Relationship message. When you see this card, know that you are attracting new relationships into your life and solidifying the ones you already have by building them on the foundations of honesty, humility, clear communication, and a genuine desire to know one another. You are moving towards laying the groundwork for a relationship with the firm footing that will ensure it can withstand any storm. Long-lasting relationships are also repaired and strengthened. You and the other person are stronger, wiser, and more powerful together than apart. Prosperity message: you have everything you need to turn iron into gold in the alchemical process of creating the prosperous life you desire. Now is the time to build on the strong foundation you have already laid for your prosperity. Keep in mind that these building blocks are imbued with the sparkling energy of your intentions. Own your dream and remember that you always have more than enough and you always are enough. So abundance is ever present. Your creativity is divinely inspired, and the design for your life is taking shape in service to the world. You are meant for success. Protection message: now is the time to address the cracks in the foundation of your life. Perhaps your values have changed, and it is time to strengthen your convictions and let go of the things that no longer serve the vision you have for your life. Or perhaps you chose to ignore the signs that a situation or agreement you have entered into is not right for you. Remove the rotten pieces and reinforce your core moral strength and integrity. Now is the time for rigorous honesty, for you are called to renovate and upgrade your consciousness. You will be so happy when you do. Spirit has a spectacular blueprint for your life far beyond your imagination. Don't be afraid to replace what's not solid. And of course, we have the tower here, which speaks all about that. Things that were built on faulty foundations that gotta come down so we can wake up and smell the coffee in regards to whatever it is that we're going through and make some changes. Now, perhaps some of you are also your career. You might be doing something, that's in service somehow. It's part of your destined path. Perhaps an event happened that kind of put you on a destined path. So, all things happen for a reason. And it's nice to hear that Spirit is telling you that that's going to work out well. It's always nice to get that little bit of co-signing. And obviously, when we're dealing with relationships, things that aren't good, we need to get rid of. Some things that weren't good before might have an opportunity to become good because people have learned, changed, grown. What we have here in regards to what you're going to be needing to utilize these building blocks is strength. Three of Pentacles, the Hangman, the Ten of Swords in the reverse, the Tower, Justice, but in the reverse, the Ten of Wands, and the Chariot. Now, I noticed right away that there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcanas out of 8. So that's pretty significant. That's meaning that whatever is happening right now, it's really part of a deeper meaning, a deeper lesson. And it's a call to kind of understand the deeper meaning of why it is that you went through what you went through and what you need to take from that. Because I wrote down here the major arcanas: deeper, more meaningful and spiritual in nature, signposts to be taken more seriously and looked at more closely, aspects of the self as well as our response to significant events in our life, how to get through them and how we should see them, our perspective on it all. It's obviously ways for us to learn, grow, and shed our karma, etc. It's a more profound, deep, meaningful stage on the journey. Think of it as like chapters in a book. Ending one chapter, a new chapter begins. It is representing a path to spiritual self-awareness. Again, deeper meanings and understandings coming through the other side, a changed person. Again, because we've gone through a lesson, we've shed some karma, and now we have a different viewpoint, or we should. It's a search for greater meaning and understanding. Again, lessons, the journey of the fool, each step bringing you closer to enlightenment. And then I also put here life-changing events which will have long-term influences. Important lessons you must pay attention to in order to progress further in your spiritual and personal quest. We only have one reversed here, so I don't need to read that part about what I wrote about reverse. But it does say that, it's something that you need to pay attention to, obviously. Well, they all are, but that in particular, because it's reverse, something that you need to look at a little bit more. So that I wanted to give you that little bit of information on majors, since there are, again, 5 majors here. Now the Strength card, obviously, it deals about taming the beast, which means somewhere the devil card was lurking. It could have been a karmic cycle, difficult lesson that you had to learn about the self, what it is that we needed to change within us, why we attract these situations, these people. Again, it's all about we get what we allow, and why do we allow it? It's because of our conditioning, and where does our conditioning comes from? It stems from our childhood, and again, it's how we view ourselves, what love looked like to us, all of that stuff that I say in all my readings. So perhaps it's overcoming that, again, taming the beast. It's also the soulmate card. Determination, as I said before. It's a sign of Leo, too. Determination, persistence, and patience. Composure, maturity, compassion. Emotions that must be transcended into spiritual wisdom. Again, letting go of any negative feelings or thoughts that we have in regards to a situation that we went through, and not everything is completely out of our control. A lot of times we see in the crack before we saw the ass. So again, how long we stay in karmic situations depends on how deep your wounding is. Because you don't stay in that cycle because you're a healed person. You stay in those cycles because obviously there's something that you're not getting. If you're giving too much and not getting anything in return, not having boundaries, again, or entering into situations with abusive types, that's mental, verbal, emotional, financial, whatever it is, codependent situations. Again, it's about learning the lesson involved in all of that and transcending those feelings into spiritual wisdom. Again, because it takes 2 to tango. And as much as we want other people to be accountable for their actions, we also have to be accountable for our actions and choices. Again, we chose that relationship. We chose to stay in for as long as we did. Because we use the reason of, I love them. I said, well, you weren't loving yourself if you were in a situation where you were more miserable than happy. So again, it's all about lessons. It's also conquering one's fears. Letting go of the ego. ego, that includes, all the feelings that go with the ego: anger, hurt, resentment, hate, pride, um, fear, anxiety, all of that. It's, finding balance within, taking responsibility for the self again, learning to be accountable for our role in our lives, how we got here, choices that we made, etc. Mastering oneself, again, overcoming that devil energy. It's also hope, courage, and being rewarded for our efforts. Now, the Three of Pentacles talks about collaboration, talks about coming together. It's Pentacles, so it could be, opportunities in business. It could also be, coming together with another person. It's a 3, so there might have been some people who have been separated and the other person went into another relationship. So there's kind of been third-party influence, or why you perhaps weren't with this person. Because I know we're talking about a relationship, because I see it all here. So, it's about teamwork, collaborating. It's fulfillment and manifestation of a creative venture. Again, business project. Some people might be getting back together with people, and if you're soulmates or life partners or twin flames, maybe you get some work that you come here to do together. It's encouragement again to keep going. Dreams can be made real with persistence, determination, and effort. It's about knowledge and experience. Needing the help, knowledge, and experience of others to bring new perspectives or feedback. It's about planning, management, organization. Again, we got some issues with people, past people maybe trying to come back. So maybe you're needing the strength and courage to kind of like deal with that. Again, consider collaborating or coming together with someone again. This is why it's requiring you, or again, it's just about acknowledging everybody's role in whatever's transpired. Including, like I said, including our own. So if we're holding on to any negative emotions about something, again, it's like, but we get what we allow. This is about being responsibility again for ourselves too. And that's why we have the Hangman here, about seeing things from different perspectives. It's sacrifice for the greater good. It's being suspended in time, surrendering, which is about releasing in many ways too. It's meditating on how to break old patterns of behavior, bad habits that restrict you. That includes our own stinking thinking, whatever it is. It represents careful planning and orderly growth, leading to spiritual development. It's a period also of indecision, unsure of what to do. Maybe that's why we're needing the strength or the courage to deal with somebody again. It's feeling stuck or restricted. It's waiting. It's also, again, letting go, accepting, surrendering, releasing, as I said. It's a need to be more vulnerable and open, to give up control and to let go of worries. A lot of people are in that fear mode, So with fear, we try to control so that things don't be like the tower, right? But sometimes things are out of our control, and we just have to allow, let go of our fears and worries. You know, tame the beast. Find the strength and courage to kind of persevere. Ten of Swords reversed is better than upright, but it's whatever happened here was a very painful situation. But it's the 10, so it's the end. And also in reverse, it's trying to come out of that, recovering from that pain, you know, that you had to go through in order to grow. Again, a lesson that was involved. It's mental transformation, again, seeing things perhaps from a different perspective or needing to reevaluate and eliminate previous attitudes of what's important. Again, changing our perspective, kind of looking at things from all angles. It's also thinking worst case scenarios, creating fear and anxiety, resisting an inevitable ending, fear of pain, fear of the pain that's going to come with that. Still carrying wounds from an old situation, and it needs to be dealt with and released. Especially if we're talking about if anybody's trying to come back. But again, I always say know what you're dealing with everybody. Don't invite the devil back in if the person's still the devil. You know, it's just like you make sure that people are showing genuine effort, genuine growth, backing that up with consistency, words, actions, and consistency. Again, making sure you don't allow them to behave in a way that they did before, because there's a red flag. You know, again, know what you're dealing with before you deal. But try not to project any fears or anxieties into something that might have the potential to turn into something much better than it was. Or again, you know, for people who are not looking to get back with someone else, again, it's just about seeing the experience that you went through with a fresh perspective and having the courage to kind of keep going forward. You know, being open to meeting something. Like I said, if something was no good and you had to get rid of it, you know, it was never going to be able to be better, and you're better off. And understanding that and embracing your future, you know, moving towards that, being open to, you know, new situations, not letting our fear and anxiety of things repeating with other people, whatever, get in the way or hold us back in any way. And then we have the Tower, which is, you know, sudden shocking changes. It's destroying your picture of peace and harmony, something that blows your mind or throws you through a loop. Because again, it's a faulty foundation, false thoughts, beliefs, and actions. It's a humbling, frightening, but necessary experience. It's feeling afraid, wrong, naive, or blind about a situation. Again, maybe that's where this fear and anxiety is coming in. You know, fear again of repeating things. Forces you to question your beliefs, your behaviors, your attitudes, your perceptions. Penetrates to the core of your being. It affects you spiritually, mentally, emotionally. It's destruction, which then equals creation, because you have opportunity to build something better. It's an awakening. It's also our personal defenses. So again, maybe being a little on guard, because we have the Nine of Wands here. Being defensive, whatever, because we don't want to be hurt again. And we're needing to have courage and have faith, you know, that something better is possible. Again, whether it's with this person or with someone new. But whatever it is, you had to go through it to learn an important lesson. Now the Justice card, but it's in the reverse. So this is about unfairness, lack of accountability, dishonesty. You know, maybe a situation ended because of lies and deception. People not holding themselves accountable for their actions. It's also dishonesty with ourselves. Unwillingness to understand the deeper meaning of why an event has occurred. Again, this tower, perhaps, or what happened in the past that you're getting over this painful situation. Now, again, this can be like the epiphany, the aha moment. It's also missing an opportunity for greater understanding of yourself in life. Not holding oneself accountable. Again, it takes two to tango. Two people played a role in whatever happened here. You can't all put the blame on one person, again, because we get what we allow. Trying to dodge a bullet. Yeah, trying to dodge a bullet. Maybe and blame others. You know, don't put all the blame on somebody else. We have to always accept our own role in the things that happen in our lives. It's a need to take responsibility. You're here through your own choices, again, or you're in that because you chose to be. Whatever it takes to get out of the situation is fair according to karma. So as long as, you know, things always work out, even when you don't feel like they work out the way they're meant to. It's a need to also be more flexible, to release judgments of the self and others. It's feeling like in a legal thing, it's feeling like there was an unfair outcome, biased, failing to see the truth, or needing a balanced view. Again, seeing things from a different perspective, from both perspectives. You know, and again, holding ourselves accountable for our own role. And then we have the Ten of Wands. I mean, not Ten of Wands, Nine of Wands. Being weary. It's the final defense, like not knowing if we got enough fight left in us to even deal with this situation again, or to deal with anything. It's close to completion. It's a sign to not give up. You know, hang in there, have courage, draw upon your courage, resilience, and vigilance, and patience. And you may feel distrustful of others or the self, even our own judgments. Like if we chose wrong before, maybe I'll choose wrong again. You know, it could be that, or there could be a lack of trust because there was a betrayal that happened. It's asking you to try to be optimistic, but take precautions. You know, again, be on guard, know what you're dealing with. Stand up for your beliefs. You know, make sure you maintain your boundaries. And it's the final challenge, again, to reach victory, because it's almost a 10. And the Chariot is a sign of Cancer. It's balancing the light and dark aspects of ourselves, taming the beast. It's about progression, spiritual transformation, strength, will, determination. It's spiritual evolution, again, because you went through something here. It's conquest, victory, overcoming oppositions through confidence and control. It's a need to focus, again, persevere. It's self-discipline, just like the Strength card. It's being assertive, being bold, being confident, having faith in yourself. mastering one's emotions, curbing one's impulses, gaining control of the self. It could also mean traveling. So I don't know if somebody's traveling to you, or you're looking to travel to be with somebody, or just to move forward. The reason why is we have new beginnings. Home. Clarity. So again, maybe we're gaining some clarity. It's like the hangman here, and all these other ones talking about shifting one's perspectives on a situation. There could be an opportunity for a new beginning. Again, someone might be looking to come back into your life, wanting to work on things, work together. And this could be somewhat of affecting your home life, especially if people are looking to like move in together or live together, people that are looking to come back or heal a situation. Or is this, again, if this isn't reconciliation, again, it's just about you gaining clarity, you needing to embrace new beginnings, learning lessons, moving forward, taking care of business. Mind, body, soul, home, career, all of it. And then we have scandal, solitude, and good fortune. So obviously, again, something went down. And where solitude reminds me of the hermit, being alone for a while, doing some introspection, trying to find the truth. With your little lantern in the traditional card. Trying to reflect on things, gain a higher wisdom. Wondering if things can turn around. We're hoping that there's going to be good fortune. Again, this might be an opportunity. Somebody might be looking to come back around. And we have greed, which is all about our desires, our wants. And then we have mistake. And then we have the fool. So again, it's wondering if we can have a new beginning, if we should take a leap of faith, because we're not wanting to make any mistakes. We know what we want now. Or again, if we're wondering if it can be had with a certain person, have people learned from the mistakes. Because we have faith, gray-haired man, and doubt. So again, there's a bit of uncertainty. If something is worth fighting that one last fight, we're unsure if anyone has learned and grown and changed, matured. If this isn't you, if you're not the fair gray-haired man. Like I said, it could be you or the person you're dealing with. Or again, if I just, if this isn't, remember if I said if it isn't somebody that's coming back, it's just about moving forward and being open to new experiences. We're hoping that we've learned. And if we can have what we want, in life, as we're reflecting on things, what happened, gaining clarity, gaining higher perspectives, trying to find the courage to kind of keep pushing along, and heal. There might be there's definitely some healing that still is You know, because this and this. It's somebody that's kind of, you know, been through the ringer, I would say. Um, Now, how you're thinking and feeling about it is we have journey, we have diligence. This reminds me of like the Eight of Pentacles, you know, being hard at work, being focused, you know, having determination, putting in the effort, hoping that it's going to manifest something good. But then we have the dark-haired man. So I don't know if you're the dark-haired man, the fair gray-haired man, or again, this is the person you're dealing with, which is, this is obviously somebody who's still in their shady stuff, wondering if someone is worth the effort, wondering if you should continue on a journey with somebody, again, doubting or wondering if somebody's changed from this to the mature version. And if this is you, you know, this is the shadow aspect. Could be manipulative, could be fearful, anxiety, and again, all the stuff, the negative parts of the ego. And then we have surprise. So that's what says. So somebody might be creeping back in, now wanting to make an effort, now wanting to come together, but you're not sure because of what happened before. You're not sure if you move forward or if you should move forward. If you want to deal with this situation again, you know, because there is fear involved here, worry of things repeating. You know, we have here bad news, heartbreak, talent, and battle. So again, either, you know, someone is reaching out to you and expressing, you know, their heartache over, you know, what happened, and they're trying to figure out a way to heal the situation, you know, stop the battling, the fighting between you, or again, and them wanting to put in the effort, or again, this is you wondering if you want to, you know, again, fearing the worst. You know, is there a way to work this out? You know, again, fearing that'll just be more of the same old when you hear from this person. So why you like this? You're like, oh. Look at this person's face. They're like, I don't even know. I don't even know if I can deal with this situation again. I really don't. But, you know, that's why perhaps they're asking you to look at things from a different perspective. You know, some people can learn. Some people can change. Some people can grow. Some people want to just come back and waste your time some more. Say whatever they got to do to get back in the door, and it's back. So that's where the fear comes in, especially if this was a long time you were dealing with this person, or you know it's going to require work. Because even though if people have learned and changed, if people are who they are, depending on how old this person is, I mean, this has been a lifetime of being this way. So I mean, it isn't going to be overnight. And there probably will still be a few bumps in the road, but again, it's wondering whether or not you want to even take the risk and take the leap of faith, because we don't want to make a mistake again, you know, choosing wrong. And then we have the Swan Queen for what you should be aware of, or what may challenge, obstacle, or something that you need to look at to help you in a situation. And then also the Sister of the Seasons. Cycles of growth, natural law, divine order. The Swan Queen was transformation, intuition, and patience. So let us look 13. Swan Queen. Can you tell it's late? The Swan Queen glides your way and asks that you look at your reflection in the events of your life. She gives you the ability to see the beauty that has transformed your life from ignorance to wisdom. The Swan Queen lets you know that it's time to go within and seek the answers in your own intuition. That's where the solitude comes in. Look within. See things from a different perspective, right? Don't look outside yourself for answers now. The true power lies reflected in the still waters within you. Now is the moment to meditate and ask for a vision. The power of psychic perception is inherent in you, and the Swan Queen will help you dive deep into your query to find the answers you seek. This is also a reminder to allow time to transform ideas into reality. Nothing happens overnight. That's what I just said. You know, people can't get complete transplants, brain, heart, personality, whatever it is. It's like, again, people usually are who they are, and they will always be that way to a degree. You know, but as long as somebody's making efforts, and as long as somebody is aware, has knowledge of self, and is working on themselves, that's something to be said for that. We have 17. Nobody's perfect. But again, know what you're dealing with. When the sisters of the seasons meet you on your path, they remind you that everything has a natural rhythm that obeys a higher law. Just as the seasons magically pass, be reminded that the nature of birth, growth, harvest, and decay cannot be altered. So if you keep on your path with determination and discernment, allowing for the natural course of events to unfold, success is assured. Divine appropriate timing is guiding your desires into perfect manifest form. This is a very good period to start new things as you've moved out of winter into the beginning of spring. Continue with patience and be aware of the rhythms of your opportunities. There will be periods when things slow down and begin anew, move into fruition and then slow down again, in a never-ending natural flow. Be mindful of which sister greets you, for she points directly at the next. Every moment counts now. This is basically, you know, reasons and seasons. It's everything happens for a reason. When something ends, when a chapter ends, you know, it's time to turn the page. Move on, move with the flow of life and whatever new opportunities that might bring you. You know, charge ahead. Have that determination to keep moving forward and know that, again, this too shall pass. You know, whatever it is that you went through, it'll get better with time. Now, the higher message involved in all of this is love. Love has answered all my questions. And I said, why love? And they said, integrity. I trust my ability to know what is true for me. Indeed. You know, it always comes down to love, self-love first and foremost. Because when we love ourselves, we don't tolerate stuff that we shouldn't be tolerating, you know. When we love ourselves, we're caring about the situations we find ourselves in, how we talk to ourselves, how we think about ourselves, what efforts we're putting into ourselves, into our life. You know, it all comes down to self-love again, first and foremost. And also integrity. You know, doing what we feel is best for us. You know, knowing what is true for me. Doing the right thing. If something feels off, go with your intuition. You know, follow what is true for you. And that should lead you to true love. Because again, we're not behaving in our shadow selves. So we're not accepting less than we deserve. Always stand in your integrity. And then we have inner child. I nurture the child within me through playfulness and self-care. Again, it always comes down to childhood wounding. And not everybody grew up in the Brady Bunch. So mostly everybody has this at the root of it all. Fears of abandonment, not feeling good enough. Always, you know, looking for love and acceptance outside of ourselves. You know, chasing emotionally unavailable people, or the bad boys, or the whatever it is people that, don't treat us as well as we're treating them. Like it all comes as some kind of wounding that's always attributed to these lessons here, that we're needing to learn, and recognizing that, again, seeing things from both perspectives, why they are the way they are, and why they did what they did, and why I am the way I am, and why I did what I did. It's, again, healing this part so that we don't make the same mistakes again with the same person or new people. And also we have trust. I know that God in His infinite wisdom and love is answering my prayers right now. Is, again, trusting the universe. Sometimes rejection is God's protection. Sometimes when something leaves, it's because it's in the highest best for all involved. Because people still need to learn. People still need to self-reflect. That's why you're stuck in karmic cycles. Until somebody wakes up and gets out of that situation. And then the healing work starts. And if you're meant to be together, both people learn, reflect, grow in the separation. And there may be an opportunity to come back together and try again. See if you can apply the lessons that were learned. Or if it's not somebody you're going to get back with, just trust that the universe is going to bring in someone who is a better match for you now, because you've learned these lessons, because you're loving yourself and being open to new experiences and not closing yourself away and staying in the pain, and allowing, again, the cycle to end and embracing the new, and trusting the universe that they have your best interests in heart. And sometimes when things don't work out, it's best that they didn't, either permanently or just for the time being. So trust. And then also mercy. I am kind and thoughtful towards myself and others. Again, it's about, if we're seeing things from different perspectives, it allows for healing. It allows for release, because, again, shifting our view and trying to also have compassion and stuff for ourselves and whoever else might be involved, because, again, people are who they are based on their conditioning, their experiences. And if they came from brokenness, and they probably have gone through life broken in certain areas that need fixing. And like I said, then everybody's got it. That's why you're here. And then we have giving and receiving. I balance being generous and receptive, because both are equally important. Keeping this in mind, especially if you're coming back with anybody where that was unbalanced, jumping through hoops, trying to prove whatever, and the other person was cold and turned off, and because they have their own wounding, or maybe they're pushing away love, and here you are trying to prove you're lovable, or whatever that imbalance was. Always keep in mind that love yourself first, and don't find yourself in situations that are unbalanced like that, because then anger builds up, resentment builds up, and it's just keeping people in karmic cycles, because it should be about equal give and take. That's healthy. Not, again, someone doing all the taking and someone doing all the giving. So also with giving and receiving, this is speaking of, again, being open to give and receive love. Trust in the universe that opportunity is going to be presenting itself to you. And if it does, you kind of shift your perspective so that you might be a little bit more open to it. Because, again, we're owning our own role and stuff as well. And perhaps giving somebody an opportunity to prove that they have changed. And not, again, holding on to any of the stuff from the past that might hold us back. Because new love is coming. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings, or it's an old person coming back looking to start something anew. Because we also have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. And then we have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. If you're dealing with soulmates who are potential life partners, or you're dealing with twin flames, Know that whatever went down between the two of you was supposed to go down, because you both had karma to shed, you both had lessons to learn, and you were the perfect match. You arranged it when you came in. Know it was all part of your spiritual path, and also potentially, if this is a soulmate life partner or twin flame, you two coming together is going to be significant. That's why perhaps there's all these major cards here, because this is a path altering thing that you're going to be faced with. You know, if you choose to or you choose not to, in the long term, it's going to have some effect on your spiritual path. And then we have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, and then let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. And then true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. So if you're not getting back with someone, this is about getting yourself out there, being passionate about life again, maybe having your friends hook you up with somebody, you know, get out there dating again, or just have the companionship of your friends where you might go out and you might meet somebody. And this person might be your true love. This might be some new love coming in. And this person is a soulmate. It could be someone you knew from before. Or the friend in this situation is you two together. Because when you're best friends, you know, when you're soulmates, when you're twin flames, when you love each other, when you're in a relationship, it's not just your platonic friends. It's the person in your relationship is considered your friend too. So perhaps, again, this is speaking on an opportunity for something that could have been just friends now turning into true love. Or again, maybe you were already in a relationship, but there's a chance for a renewal, I should say, that in the end is going to result in true love. And on that note, my lovelies, I send you love and light, healing and luck in regards to this and anything else you might be going through. Please like, subscribe, and share if you haven't already. Is there anything else? No, I think that's all. And on that note, until next time, take care. Bye-bye.